Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip, and today I am joined by my partner, my brother on the channel, Blacksea. Blacksea, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Super excited to talk with you guys and give you guys the scoop on what's going on in the crypto space.
And there is a lot, and we got some pump action. Finally, a live stream where we got some bullish charts. We had some good news coming out today. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about the CPI data, which is very bullish, not only for crypto, but traditional markets as well. Good news for Binance. They're hiring more folks, some other layoffs, and of course, Sam Bankman-Fried cannot stop opening his mouth. And now he's trying to get more money out of you. And I got to tell you guys about this one. It's absolutely out of control. Blacksea, we're going to have a good laugh tonight. Things are crazy, man. As always, things are crazy. We got a lively chat, and a lot of Trollcoin Cronos folks in the chat. Good to see it. Benny Blue Eyes, thank you so much. I saw you became a member. Great to have you as a part of the Crypto Report family. Of course, Slay Maven, good to have you back. I know you've been busy, Slay Maven. We got the whole Crypto Report family. Guys, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the charts. But before we jump into the content, make sure you guys do like this video and subscribe to the channel. When we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, guys, we are almost there. We're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one lucky subscriber. And now when we hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel, getting ahead of ourselves, I think not. We're just excited to give stuff away. But what are we giving away, Blacksea?
Yeah, we're giving away a loaded line, guys. Super excited to give it away. And each month you are a YouTube member, you get plus 10 additional entries, guys. We're super excited to give away these NFTs and many more giveaways to come. So stay tuned.
That's right. Benny Blue Eyes, that means you too. Congratulations on the membership. If you guys want to become a member like Slay Maven and Benny Blue Eyes and get these awesome emojis, get these krill coins and the upward pointing crypto kips that Blacksea made. I love that one, and it's so good. All you got to do is become a member. There's a link in the description down below for you to check that out. But let's talk pumping charts. Look at these charts, guys. They're moving up. Absolutely good to see. Francisco, Gabriel, Mr. Kazan, Benny Blue Eyes, Michael Artezi. We got the whole fam. Wow, look at this. Juani, a rose gold holder. Me as well. You got to have a rose gold card, guys. If you're not holding the card, you're missing out. Look, we got some rose gold card action. I'm with you, man. So good to see the fam here. But let's look at these charts. Solana. Wow, Solana's trending #1. Man, this Solana community, Blacksea. I mean, the hype behind this thing, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, honestly. We're still going. I think overall, I know what we're going to talk about later on in the stream, but overall, we are having a nice relief rally. Solana started pumping because it bonked and brought some outside eyes into the inside of the Solana NFT community, and it's pumping, guys. I
It's
mean,
looking
we
good.
touched down at $8, and now we're at almost 17.
It's a big pump, and I do see more upside. Now, whether it'll hit all-time highs, let's talk about that one in a second, but it is a debate. It's a debate. Now, Bitcoin touched $19,000 today. Guys, I know you saw it. You were at work today, for those of you working, and you got the alert from crypto.com. Bitcoin reached $19,000 again, which is great to see. This is a good move. I mean, how significant is it, Blacksea, the fact that we were able to break this? I mean, I look at this and I see a W. Do you think we can get back up to the top of this W on this move?
Yeah, I spoke about this in my video this morning about how we're forming this W, and W patterns are it's a classic bullish formation. And if we were to have, I would say probably if we can have a weekly close above 18,000, even 18,500, honestly, if we could get a weekly close above 19,000, I think that we're probably set off to head towards the 22s to the $24,000 range.
Yep. No, I'd love to see it. And I mean, you look at this chart, there's some very significant support here. So I do believe that once we get back up to this level, it's really only a matter of time, guys. We have essentially officially called bottom on the channel, and we've been saying it for weeks now, and it's looking more and more like that every day. But I will put out a warning here that we're getting up into this territory that if we do reject off of this level and we're not able to kind of break out of this line, if you can imagine this line here, we could potentially make one more lower low. I really don't think it's happening. We've been talking about bottom here on the channel, and we really do see it coming. But Ethereum's making moves as well. Looking at Ethereum above $1,400, up 13.5% over the last 7 days. Got some bullish news for you guys on Ethereum. I want to share with you about the ETH being staked right now. Very good to see. Binance coin trying to break above 300. Let's see if I wonder if Binance hit above $300. No. So Binance is trying to break back above $300. Of course, we keep an eye on the exchange tokens here on the channel. Dogecoin making pretty much every crypto. Look, everything's looking green right now. Everything bounced, and it's great to see. But let's look at our beloved Crow here, see what's happening in the Crow charts. So looking at Crow fam, what do we think? Are we bullish? Let me know in the chat down below. I look at this chart right now, Blacksea, and I think if we can break above this little green candle wick up here, I think we're back to my fair value price I've been talking about, this 12 cents in a hurry. How about you?
Yeah, I think definitely that we're trading between a larger channel between 5.5 and 10 cents. And I think that if we can, there's kind of another little part of resistance that we need to break through. And if we break through the 7 cents range, this is about where that wick is that you were talking about in the center of the chart right there. If we can break above that, the next stop really is 10 cents, and 12 cents will follow that. So I think you're spot on.
Be on the lookout, guys. 7.5 cents is kind of what I'm really looking at to get super excited. And I know everybody out there is like, I just want to see a double-digit gain out of Crow in a day. It's coming. It's coming. But here's one thing. You know what? Let's go back in time real quick, Blacksea. Do you remember these days where it's like Crow flies and then denies and flies and denies, and then all of a sudden we had the rip? How many times did Crow hit like 20 cents and come back down?
Yeah, I mean, when they originally went from MCO and changed it to CRO, I saw a lot of that price volatility where we would get like wicks. We would get like 10-cent wicks that would happen in an hour time frame. It was absolutely absurd. And, I'm pretty conditioned by it, to be honest.
Yeah.
but when the overall market's pumping, then we're going to have some long-lasting moves. I'm seeing some people saying in the chat, do you think this is a bull trap? I mean, there's definitely a chance. There's definitely a chance because we were due for a bear market rally.
Yep.
And, we're getting one. And, I would go to say even that this is just the beginning of the so-called bear market rally. And usually with bear market rallies, you do come down. But as long as we don't make a new low off of that rally, well, then guess what, guys? That's just bullish continuation.
Yeah. And I really can't imagine a world for Crow where it makes a new low. I just really can't. I mean, if it does, you're going to see really low prices, and I just don't see that happening. I'm looking up, guys. I'm really looking up. And I'll tell you, we used to have these days where we had these 10-cent candles, and then it kind of 10 to 20 cent. This range was crazy back in like the early days of Crow. I just think it's a different kind of beast now. I mean, the tech has come a long way. They added the NFT platform. As clunky as that might be right now, they added a lot more things. They're adding the Gen 3 exchange, which isn't even available yet. Remember, the Gen 3 exchange isn't even available yet in the US. When that comes to, I think this thing's going to be even bigger than ever before. And one thing I just can't get out of my head is, if you look at the price, like, okay, I just got to ask you this, Black. We didn't talk about this yet. I got to get your take on this. Do you think that Crow could take the market cap of Binance right now? I mean, I do, for the record. I really do. I mean, like right now, do you think that Crow could take the market cap of Binance right now at the peak of this bull market? And so what I'm saying is Binance is obviously going to go up from here. But Crow, to get to $659 billion in market cap, you're looking at $1.80 Crow at that point. How feasible is that? And when you think about it that way, don't you see more upside?
Yeah, I mean, I'll come out straight up and say it. I think that CRO, Crypto.com's biggest hurdle is opening up that Gen 3 exchange in the United States. I think that they really need to do that, and they will have a huge upper hand over it. And do I think that it could reach a $659 million market cap? Yeah, definitely, without a doubt, without a doubt. Or excuse me, to get to Binance's market cap, yes, without a doubt. I think that that's possible in the next bull run. Do I think it's going to overtake Binance? Probably not in the short term. Could they do it in the long term? Definitely. Why not? Because usually, like with a big company like that, they'll start to cap out while adoption caps out, and then competition will do the rest. And I really believe that Crypto.com has a lot of benefits and advantages over Binance that not too many people talk about.
Right, the regulation we've talked. I mean, let's go through the list. I know that a lot of people in the chat have been talking a little bit about like, let's just go down the list. So remember, guys, CRO and the marketing efforts. We're talking about the Crypto.com arena. We're talking about the UFC, the F1 Racing partnership. We're talking about the FIFA World Cup. We have so many marketing partnerships across the globe. If you turn on CNBC here in the United States and you guys watch what's going on in the markets, and of course, we love to talk about Jim Cramer on the channel. When you're watching Jim Cramer, as silly as he is, and thank you, Jim Cramer, for calling the bottom of Bitcoin, by the way. Really appreciate it, Jim. Thank you so much. You destined Bitcoin to go up. Really appreciate it. When you watch that show, you see Crypto.com ads and banners on that. When you go to CoinGecko and you look at not CoinMarketCap, but CoinGecko, they've even got sponsored ads for Crypto.com on CoinGecko. It's everywhere. And you don't see as many ads for Binance as you do Crypto.com. And when Crypto.com talks about bringing the next billion users, and again, we talk about this Gen 3 exchange. This is what we're talking about when you're on this thumbnail, when you say, look out for this. This is the price levels of Binance right now. And I really do believe that it can get even bigger than a $659 billion market cap. So guys, we're talking about a $2 crow. Like, I think it's easy. I think a $2 crow is easy in the next bull market. Call me crazy, call me a Super Bowl, but let's just watch and see. Let's just watch and see. But
I can agree. I can agree with a lot of that. I mean, I think that $2 crow next peak of bull run, of the peak of the next bull run, I think that's extremely feasible. Like, I think if you were to say that, I mean, this is the kind of the comparison we like to draw is, you see Bitcoin at about $160,000, and you compare that to the previous bull run peak of 69,000 and Crow reaching $1. I mean, it's simple math. It's more than a 2x. Bring Crow coin to $2. I think that's super conservative. I also want to say, Nazar asked, rose gold, icy white versus DeFi staking. I want to know your opinion on this, Crypto Kip, but I'll say this out that I really think that the staking is probably where it's at. I think that the cards are kind of like a status symbol almost. Like I have a rose gold card and I like it because I got a rose gold card. It's nice to use. I get benefits. But if you really are trying to make some money off of your Crow, I would probably say, not financial advice, but I'd recommend the DeFi staking plan.
Yep. Now, back in the day, Nazar, and thanks for calling that out. I agree with you, Blacksea. Back in the day, this was the move. The rose gold card, once upon a time, was the move. The interest was spectacular. The cash back was spectacular. Now, there's still cash back. There's still interest on your Crow. But just look at the APY, and it's a no-brainer. You're getting 10% APY in the DeFi staking on Crypto.com DeFi app. I actually can't even tell you what you're getting in the main app right now because it's like two tenths of what it is, I think, for what you get from the DeFi. So yeah, I'm going to say staking all day for now. But here's what we talked about. And I just did a collab this morning with Satoshi Aoki, another influencer on Crypto.com and in the YouTube community. We'll be posting that one tomorrow. But we've talked about this in the past. And I do believe, and with Gold Pony Crypto, we've been talking. I think that when this bull market comes back around, Chris Marsliak has done an AMA for the community where he has talked about how they intend on bringing back the benefits for those cards in a big way. And so as the Crow price gets back up to, these levels, we'll have to see what kind of APY they offer. But I'll say this, it's going to be limited. It's going to be a limited time span. So once upon a time it was rose gold, but moving forward, it's probably DeFi. But it's still cool.
That's kind of an interesting thing to think about as well, because, when you're spending 40,000 or 100,000 on something like the Obsidian card or the Rose Gold and Icy White cards, or whatever number it is. That's a big deal to be putting that money into a debit card or a credit card. And honestly, I really think that the perks need to be there. And I was quite disappointed back in the day when they were cutting the rates, but I knew it was a necessary evil. I
Yep.
knew,
Yep.
honestly, guys, if they didn't do that, maybe when all that FUD was happening about Crypto.com, maybe things would have been different. That's all I'm going to say. But I will also say that I think that it is extremely important for Crypto.com to reward the card holders, especially the top echelon of the card holders, with some sort of benefits, whether that be interest on your earn or maybe something just outside of the box, like of like miles on like how American Express gives you miles on a plane, maybe something like that.
Yeah, well, they do. I mean, they do have the cool with like the gift cards and some of that. The gift cards are pretty decent on the app, but I'm really excited to see. I think you're right. It's just going to be interesting to see what they come forward with in the next bull market. But absolutely, in the meantime, I've got all my crow staked. Every dime of my crow is staked. Now, I didn't have some crow staked prior to the land sale because I wanted to buy a lion, well, a couple lions because we're giving away a lion. Wanted to buy a lion, and I wanted to also buy the land. And so the rest of it for now is staked. Now, if I want to buy some more crow, and I want to buy a little bit more crow, I'm still DCAing. I'm gonna be doing that, but I will still probably be staking that until something changes with the card benefits. Right now, I have no crow staked towards a card. The benefits aren't there. Blacksea, I want to get your take. Tectonic token. Man, oh man, I am bullish in the long term for Tectonic token. You look at it, it's in like 600 rank right now in market cap. It's got about a $20 million market cap right now. This thing came out, it's barely even a year old. How high do you think this thing can go? I mean, we talk about a 200x crow coin. What kind of multiplier do you think we can get for a tonic?
I mean, first off, the chart doesn't look pretty, guys. Let's be honest here. The long-term chart doesn't look pretty, but that does not matter when we're talking about a small market cap coin with utility, guys.
And a brand new one.
And a brand new one. Yes, it has utility, small market cap. Come next bull market, I think you're going to see this thing do some crazy, crazy moves to the upside. I think we talk about we talk about 20x for Crow coin.
We talk about a 200x Crow coin sometimes. I mean, I see it. I do.
I mean, a 200x is very, very, very possible on a lending platform like Tectonic. I think that's very doable. I would say dollar cost average into the things you believe in and that you have a conviction for. But, the smaller the market cap, the more volatile the swings. And come the bull market, when money flow starts coming in, sure, I think that's possible.
Yep. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one for the Crow community. I mean, personally, I'm very bullish on this one. I do believe at a 200x is possible for Crow. And when I look at Tonic, I mean, I think it could be a 1000x coin. That being said, I'm not going to put more than 1% of my portfolio into a coin like Tonic because I want to make sure that I'm getting gains. And when I do start seeing pumps on a coin like Tonic, I'm going to take profits as it goes up, right? I mean, the other day, Tonic pumped like almost 100%. And I set out to the community, take profits. And I was saying, take profits right here. If you had taken profits, you could have bought more here. And you're right back at square one. And, that's like a week goes by. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes. But I'm feeling bullish. I mean, Cronos is a new ecosystem. It's new. And I just think it gets bigger from here as long as Crow keeps growing. And we know it is. Now, let's talk a little bit about why crypto was pumping today. A lot of people are wondering, why was crypto pumping today? Some people know out there. The answer really is CPI data and the battle against inflation. We came out and it looked good. The numbers were good. We had 6.5% versus 7.1 is what we saw in the last CPI numbers. This means that Jerome Powell, the Fed chair Jerome Powell and the Fed, they have had some success and they are winning the fight against inflation for now. So much so that European stocks closed at the highest level since April of 2022. It says it all right here, but I mean, how bullish does this make you, Blacksea? Does this support our case for the bottom being in?
I think that based on this, that 2023 will probably be a lot more of a calmer year compared to the past few years, the past 3 years. I mean, I dare I say it doesn't get much worse than down to the side for literally 410 days straight in a row. I mean, it's honestly anything positive towards the upside is, well, less than le honestly anything to the upside is good news. I mean, even if it goes up 1%, it's great news. I think that I'm bullish and that the bottom is definitely in.
That's how I'm feeling. I mean, and I look at this and it makes me bullish, but I gotta also put my warning flag up there. As we say the bottom's in, the only way I see one more wick down, one more lower low is basically riding on the back of Jerome Powell and the Fed. If the Fed decides to do something contrary to what this CPI data makes us feel and makes us think that he's going to do, if all of a sudden he comes out and he raises the rates more for whatever reason and he changes his tune and doesn't follow through with the things we think he's going to do based on these CPI numbers, that would be the only catalyst really in my mind that would bring us back down one more time. And Blacksea, you and I have been talking. I mean, we almost don't want it to go back up yet. We almost want more time.
More accumulation zone. Give us more accumulation zone. More time to buy the coins and the stocks that we want. Like, that's what I'm feeling. But at the same time, if we get a little bit of a relief rally and nothing crazy, I'm all for it. But I will also say that, something that Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve, likes to do is come out there and say, yeah, we don't really see us doing anything drastic because they don't want to spook anybody. But what I could see, I'll play devil's advocate here. Jerome Powell saying, well, guys, see, what we're doing is working. So why don't we just do a little bit more to get this out of the way? Right. And if he does come out hawkish like that, it's going to do some pretty bad things to the market. That's just me being devil's advocate.
Especially because nobody's expecting that. And so if I'm putting a word of caution out, if we're doing our due diligence for you guys, like that's the big warning, okay? So, but don't panic, guys. I mean, don't panic. We know a bull market's coming again, and I got something crazy to show you. Something crazy, guys. You got to stick around. I'm going to talk about Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler, believe it or not, said something very bullish for crypto. I'm very, very excited to share with you guys. But let's talk a little bit about Ethereum. The staked Ethereum right now overall passes 16 million, guys. We talk about Cronos. Cronos is a new ecosystem that is getting bigger. This Crow fam is so strong. I see, hey, Go Pony Crypto. Good to have you in the chat, my brother. Good to have you. We see folks in the chat talking a little bit about how bullish they are on Crow. And I think one of the reasons we can be so bullish on Crow is because Cronos is an Ethereum play, right? It is an Ethereum competitor, and it is a smart contract platform where we can build products like Tectonic, like VVS Finance, like all these awesome dApps and DEXs that we come to know and come to love. And it's brand new. And we look at the total value locked up, and there's a significant amount of total value locked up in Cronos. And that's one of the things that makes us very bullish on Cronos. It's in the top 10, but what's number one? It's Ethereum. And the total amount staked right now is huge, and it is growing, and you cannot deny Ethereum. Blacksea and I are both buying as much Ethereum as possible, as well as some of these other projects that we love. You got to buy Bitcoin, you got to buy ETH, and of course we're buying Crow. But how bullish is that? I mean, people don't talk about this enough, Blacksea.
Yeah, I think that the hype kind of died down. I mean, there was a time when people were talking about ETH and how deflationary it was for a while, and people kind of just, I mean, look, guys, we're in the bear market. Things just simmer down. People get bored. They get out of the market. But I'll tell you what, guys, when the candles start ripping and we get those massive $1,000 hourly candles on Bitcoin, people are going to start looking at Ethereum and all the other coins and say, well, who's next? And next thing you know, you see Ethereum ripping not $1,000 in an hourly candle, but $2,000 and 30% gains in an hour. That's what happens. And I mean, honestly, yeah, like what Crypto Kip said, I'm buying Ethereum, guys, right now. That's been my biggest buy. I have my Bitcoin, I have my Crow coin, but Ethereum is definitely my safest play with the most upside, in my personal opinion, as of right now, outside of mid-cap altcoins.
Yep, and two call-outs I want to have in the chat. Slay Maven, I'm gonna read your post here, Slay Maven. If Crow made a huge fundamental error, their business may slow my DCA, but they're on track and pushing to bring my crypto wallets an everyday thing. You know what? If they do make a fundamental error, these are the things we're going to keep an eye on, right? We want to make sure the project stays on track. If I have to say something bad about a project like Solana right now, the error they have for Solana is there have been outages. I think the community is still very strong for that project, so we could still see some huge gains for that, and I think it's still got a future. You can't call it dead. But Cronos, I'm even more bullish on that personally because it has no errors like that, to my knowledge, at this point, and it's looking really strong. The biggest problem that Cronos has right now is that not enough people talk about it. But that's why we're talking about it right now, because we really do believe, I believe that this could be a top 10 project. I really, really do believe. Do you think it could hit a top 10 play here in maybe even in the next bull run?
Yeah, I think that's definitely, especially the way that they market, really becoming a household name in all of the sports industries, marketing super heavy in the bear market. You know, the first thing, like, say the family gets together and the people that don't know anything about crypto say, hey, I heard that Bitcoin's going crazy. Should I look into it? And you say, well, first off, you say, I'm not playing this game again. But then you say, yeah, I mean, things are pumping. Then they're going to say, what do you think about crypto.com? You know, I watched the UFC or I saw them at FIFA World Cup. What about that? That's what will bring them to a top 10 coin, in my opinion.
It's so tough to say. Like, people ask about crypto as this starts to. I bet you guys out in the chat are experiencing them. Blacksea and I were talking about this the other day. When somebody starts talking, should you buy crypto? Should you buy Bitcoin? Oh, it's so hard to say to like somebody not in the chat. I know you guys want to buy some crypto. I know you guys are bullish on crypto, but a stranger at your office and your family, they say, I'm thinking about buying Bitcoin or you know, maybe you talked a little bit about Bitcoin. They say, should I buy it? It's hard to say like, yes, buy it, because you don't want to be responsible for their losses. But really all I can say at this point is I'm buying. You know, I just.
Yeah. You know, that's the best way to respond, honestly, especially when you get pressured. You don't want to lose people money, and when they ask you, what should I do? You should just say, you know, this is what I'm doing. You should do your own research. I mean, it's just like what we tell you guys, this is what we're doing. It's not financial advice, but this is what we're doing, and we're putting our money where our mouth is. I buy crypto.com every week. I buy Ethereum every week. I've been buying NFTs on Solana and the Cronos chain, like. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm not hiding anything, and but you should still do your own research. And yeah.
Hey, and you know what? I want to shout out as well. Gold Pony Crypto. We did an awesome collab with Gold Pony Crypto the other day. Fantastic YouTuber in the space. He's in the chat right now, guys. Go to his YouTube channel as well, and make sure you guys subscribe to him. He's got some fantastic content. Support the Crow fam. Support the Crow fam. And you asked a great question, Gold Pony. That's why I'm calling you out. And I'm going to ask you the question. I think he asked you, Blacksea, do you see ETH flippening? And when he means by that, obviously, I mean, no, you know, but for the crowd out there, what Gold Pony's asking is, can ETH flip the market cap of gold? And this is one that we haven't talked about in a while.
I think he means that if ETH can flip the
Bitcoin.
market cap of Bitcoin.
Thank you, Bitcoin.
You know, if it does that, I mean, we've been talking about that for literally years. Everybody's been talking about, can ETH flip Bitcoin? Guys, I think it's possible. I really do, but I think Bitcoin, I don't really like how people compare Bitcoin and ETH together because they're two huge, separate, different things.
Totally.
I mean, Bitcoin is used as a store of value. Some may call it still, but I really think it's like digital gold. It has value and you can send it places. However, Ethereum is just a completely different technology made for smart contracts, for a plethora of just so many different things. I mean, DeFi plays, NFTs, lending platforms. I mean, there's just so many different things that are much more consistent on Ethereum than Bitcoin. But do I think Ethereum can flip Bitcoin? I'll say yeah. I really do think it's possible. Yeah. I think that's more of a 10 to maybe even a 20-year thing. A lot can happen in 10 to 20 years. We may even have a new thing that's even crazier than crypto, maybe AI. But
yep.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I really do think it's possible.
Yeah, and I personally don't see it in the next bull run. What it's really going to take, guys, is mainstream adoption. First of all, the regulation is going to have to come into the picture, and then developers are going to have to flock to Ethereum, and you're going to have to see like the next Uber built on Ethereum. And don't get me wrong, guys, like that's coming. But great point, Blacksea. I mean, I think it's going to be 10 to 20 years. And I want to shout out Francisco Gabriel. You had something great in the chat, and I want to make a strong point on this. CDC YouTubers need to collaborate to help the crypto movement. Francisco Gabriel and everybody out in the chat right now, I'm calling on you guys. Because here at the Crypto Report, we are trying to collaborate with every single YouTuber possible, including the people in the CDC family, mostly the people in the Crypto.com family. So Gold Pony Crypto, Satoshi Aoki, we've collaborated with Oscar Ramos. We're looking for more collaborations. So I put this duty on you guys to help us go into the chats and other videos and just let them know, hey, we are a community here at the Crypto Report that's willing to collaborate. You know, we want to make sure that we get everybody together. We're taking that duty on here, and we want to make sure that we take that initiative. We want to bring this community together. Not only the YouTubers, but we're talking about the Twitter space folks. We're talking about the people on Twitter. We're talking about the people everywhere, guys. We want to bring these communities together, and there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about, and it's so fun talking about it with you guys here during these live streams and during our collaborations with all these brilliant influencers in the space. So smash up the like button, guys. If you guys are watching this from your mobile phone right now, all you have to do to hit the like button is X out of the chat real quick and hit the like, and then you can get back into the chat and let us know what you guys think of the content. We just really appreciate all the support. But Blacksea, this was a big one. FTX recovered $5 billion worth of liquid assets. How does this make you feel?
I'll just say, from where?
Yeah.
Where?
Now,
where?
Let me ask you this.
Who?
Do you think that, you know, people have been saying, and I'm not trying to FUD Solana, but it is a question that's still lingering in my mind. People tied FTX to Solana. Solana pumped. Do you think that it has anything to do with Solana pumping and all of a sudden these funds come out of nowhere? This is what I've been hearing a little bit spurting around on Twitter.
Well, I will say, if it's liquid, that means that they have the ability to sell it, or that it's already sold. So I will say that, but could it be liquid? I mean, the term liquid is pretty
Vague.
Relative. I mean, yeah, because does it mean that they have coins? Does it mean they have USDC? Does it mean they have cash? It can be a lot of different things, but I'm more concerned about the idea of 5 billion. They recovered it. They recovered. From where? From where? They lost it all. They over leveraged themselves, traded the user funds away. All I'll say is, if they have $5 billion, well, they better start paying back the people they stole it from.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. The only thing I'm curious about is, is this potentially in the short term going to be a bearish thing? I mean, it's bullish in the mindset, right? I want these users to get back their funds. I think it's bullish in the sense that these people will get their money back, and it'll kind of bring back some of the cred to crypto, and that the crypto crash wouldn't have been as bad as if they never recovered the funds. But if these funds are recovered, does this mean there's going to be like a sell-off coming from this $5 billion?
You know, it's hard to say, because if they do it in bankruptcy court, if they're coins, they're going to be locked up for a while. Like, talking, when I say a while, 5 to 10 years. That's usually how long bankruptcy court takes for companies of this scale. Yeah. So if that is the case, sure. But, if FTX was all about foul play, I wouldn't be surprised if they already did dump these assets, and we didn't even know what's going on. Do you think that they're pumping them right now? Do you think FTX is the people that are pumping the markets? I don't think that that's what's going on.
No, I think they had a position, and I think if anything, they'd be kind of dumping them to kind of make up some of this money, if anything. But if they're dumping it right now, well, then that's actually great, because the markets are pumping. And if they're dumping it and the markets are still pumping, then that would tell you, hey, we're really bullish. So, hey, but let's talk about this. He's tweeting again. Sam Bankman-Fried is actually tweeting again, and it's even deeper than that, but he's coming out and he's saying he denies stealing user funds at all. Can you guys believe? Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat on SBF denying that he ever stole user funds. And he repeats these claims of solvency for FTX US. And Blacksea, get this. He is talking about this stuff through Substack. Guys, for all of you guys out in the chat right now, in case you don't know what Substack is, it's essentially a paid service. And so SPF didn't just tweet this, that he, it's solvent and that he didn't steal customer funds. He tweeted to go to his Substack. Substack is a paid service. And so in other words, SBF wants more of your money. He wants more of, can you believe the steal? This guy,
I can't believe it, honestly. I think it's a comedy. I feel so bad for the people that lost a significant amount of money in FTX, or even lost even a penny in FTX. But like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, just get out of here. Pay people back and get out of here. Go to jail. Go to prison. Disappear. Don't be just like the gall to be on Twitter still and be like, oh yeah, guys, everything's all good. Not like I stole $5 billion.
Pay me more
I'm
money.
the biggest fraud in history. Why don't you just give me a little bit more money and to hear my story? It's so ridiculous.
It's disgusting. Smash up the like button if you hate seeing this guy's face. Smash up the like button if you hate seeing his face. You know what? With the hair, if you put like white face paint on him and like red cheeks and a big red nose, he'd make a great clown, really. I mean, he'd make a great clown with that ridiculous afro. I mean, guys, SBF drives me nuts. But let's talk a little bit more about this loaded lion land. So we still didn't get the update. They're coming out with a January update on an apology, first of all, to all the users about the mint and what happened with that, which we are excited for. We want to see the explanation for what happened with that. And we also want to know how the game is going to work. We do know this, and this was leaked a little bit, that the game is going to be, for all you guys that don't know, it's going to be a roller coaster tycoon style game. And so it's not going to be like you can kind of walk around in third person view or anything like that. But it's going to be roller coaster tycoon. And this leads me to this tweet where they're talking about this loaded lion statue. Now, my question is are they going to be selling these on the marketplace? Like, so am I going to go have to buy like a cactus and plants and statues and like walls and like theater and like things like this for my plot of land? And is that going to cost me Crow, or is that going to cost me an in-game currency? What are your thoughts, Blacksea, and how does it make you feel?
I really hope that that's not the case because first off, let's start off with time's ticking for that update. Hopefully that happens like now or tomorrow. Guys, before I get into it, I will say that I am bullish on the project. I own some land. I'm all about it. I really want it to be successful. I really think it's a great idea. I like the idea of it being like an idle phone game. I think that's cool. I think there will be, especially if they could make it mobile, so just more customer base, a larger customer base. But I will say the idea of like maybe like microtransaction purchases of like buying more things, like buying a statue, buying a building with more Crow off your phone. It's kind of distasteful. I'm not going to lie. I will be frank and say when it comes to NFTs, you can say all you want, it's about the community or it's about the art. But at the end of the day, if the users that are getting involved in the game or NFT collection aren't making money or the floor price of that NFT is not rising, I hate to say it, but that project is probably going to fail. Yeah. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon, a great game, but if it just like starts costing me more and more money and I'm not like recouping my investment, I'm personally going to have a problem with it. I have faith in the team. I got faith. They're going to figure this thing out. I can't possibly see them taking that misstep. We'll have to see. Everybody's anxious for this announcement, guys. I just don't know. But Blacksea, Benny Blue Eyes had a great idea. We should probably get an SBF clown emoji for everybody in the chat.
I think that's a great idea. I'm on it.
We're gonna look into that one, Benny, because you became a member today. And Meowese, I don't know how to say it. Welcome to the chat. You're a member as well. We want to bring some love and support to the members. We're bringing together this community. We're gonna bring all the YouTubers together. We're bringing the Crow fam and the Crypto Report community together. So let's have some fun. We'll be looking at some SBF clown action, but we will keep you guys posted on this land. So very interesting. Quick update for you guys here on Genesis and Gemini, actually charged by the SEC with selling unregistered securities. What this means is, according to the SEC, Genesis loaned Gemini users crypto and sent a portion of the profits back to Gemini, which then deducted an agent fee, sometimes over 4%. and return the remaining profit to its users. So the SEC is saying Genesis should have registered that product as a securities offering. So now we're kind of starting to see what the SEC considers a security. And so first of all, Genesis has done a bad job and Gemini have done a bad job with this product, and they've become kind of a bad actor. They've made bad headlines and people are losing money. So the SEC wanted to come after them and they made their case right here. How does this make you feel about Gemini and its future? And how does this make you feel about crypto.com's future?
I just think this entire article is a little vague. I mean, what is an unregistered security? Who deems if it's a security or not? That's the real question. The SEC is supposed to do that. And now let's talk about Ripple. How long have they been going to court with the SEC over if they are a security or not? Okay, you can't just say, oh, that's an unregistered security without really getting down to the nitty gritty of it. And guys, there's no regulation behind crypto to say this is a security and this is not a security. That is non-existent right now. It's just they just like to use this term if it's a security or not when it suits them, and it's really unfortunate and it's corrupt, and it really honestly gets me heated up.
Yeah, no, it really does, and it's just very, very interesting. It's the SEC is kind of making it up as they go. I'll say this, at least they're attacking somebody that has played with customer funds. I mean, and I think this looks better for crypto.com. The fact that, we're not getting our funds played with. We're doing all right. They got the one-to-one reserves. They're not giving a faulty product like Genesis. And so, Gemini had it coming and they pounced at the opportunity, Gary and the SEC. And as we think of him as a bear, typically, I will share with you guys something that was actually quite bullish. So Gary Gensler came out and found a new audience for his crypto skepticism. Now, this is a bearish sounding article, but he talked to the U.S. Army in a Twitter Spaces today. And while we could paint this as something bearish, and he says, it's the Wild West and don't get caught up in the FOMO, which honestly is great advice. It is the Wild West. There's 20-something thousand cryptocurrencies and thousands of them are going to fail. That is a fact. Don't get caught up in the FOMO either, guys. If something's pumping 100% in a day, you probably don't want to buy that until it's kind of in a dip phase. That's why we've been talking about buying.
Don't chase the pumps.
Buy the bear market.
Don't chase the pumps.
Don't chase the pumps. But here's the bullish thing. Look at this one, Blacksea. So he came out and he said it's the Wild West, adding also that most of these 10,000 or 15,000 tokens will fail. Most of these. Now, there's 20,000 something cryptocurrencies, at least according to CoinMarketCap. If 10 or 15,000 tokens fail, honestly, that's as expected. There's a lot of pump and dump projects. There's a lot of fake projects out there. But that still leaves 5,000 or 6,000 legitimate projects potentially that could be here. So in other words, I think that Gary Gensler just spilled the beans and said, crypto's here to stay. And as much as he wants to regulate it and even crush some of it, he's only going to be able to crush so much of it. In other words, Bitcoin ain't going anywhere, folks. ETH ain't going anywhere, folks. Crypto.com, so long as we stay, appropriate, we're not coming out with faulty products like Genesis from Gemini and pulling some FTX fraud and scandal, it's here to stay. Binance, here to stay. A lot of great projects are here to stay. Guys, this made me feel bullish.
Yeah, I think I'm bullish on that statement by him. There are seminars from this man a while ago about him talking about crypto and why he loves it. And, it's funny because that was a while ago, and now all you hear about is him bashing it because that's just what he's told to do, follow the leader, And but I'm bullish on that statement. There's definitely crypto that's here to stay forever.
If you guys like these sneaky comments that we're hunting down for you guys in these articles, smash up the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want to join our Discord for more information that we're bringing to the community increasingly every single day, you guys got to consider becoming a member. We have a link in the description down below. Benny Blue Eyes just became a member today. We have some other ones, Meows, in the chat. We got Slay Maven, who we did make a mod, and we will be adding more mods over time here as the channel starts to grow. But guys, these are the kind of pieces of information that we want to share with the community. So do smash up like button and do subscribe to the channel. I'm feeling bullish, folks. And even when we're seeing Nexo, another exchange, having an issue, reportedly raided by the police. Just, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one. More accusations of money laundering. We've seen these accusations thrown at Binance. I'm not saying Nexo's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just reporting the news as it shows. So more crypto FUD. And what do we get? Pumping crypto still today.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's just all these games going on. It's just all these games, all about figuring out. I don't know. I think that they're just trying to scare everybody away. I think that everyone, the main goal right now is keep pushing crypto down. And I mean, just the other day we had Jim Cramer talking about saying, oh, you should get away from crypto. You should get away from crypto. Not even 2 days later. 2 days later,
Yep.
We're pumping massive. We got some big relief candles. I mean,
it's beautiful.
Guys, you got to read between the lines. Read between the lines.
Even with all this FUD and more, crypto brokerage, blockchain.com lays off 28%. We've seen this. How many? And remember, guys, Amazon, Tesla, every Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call it, they're all laying off workers. So this is just more of the same. It's the media, guys. Keep an eye on these markets. We've been buying the dip for a reason. We've called bottom on the channel. And of course, there could be more room for downside. Nobody's right every time, right? But we are feeling a certain kind of way. The Bitcoin halving is coming up. And I'll tell you what, CZ and Binance are feeling the same way. They are going to be hiring 15 to 30% more of their workforce even in this year because they see that the bull market's coming and they want to be ready for it. This speaks volumes about the growth that's coming.
I love this article because, after all the FUD, CZ just comes out and goes, oh, guys, actually, we're hiring. And that's the exact opposite of what the media is portraying CZ as. Like, oh, Binance is collapsing, guys. What are we going to do? And then CZ just comes out and is like, yeah, we're hiring a couple thousand more employees.
Yep.
It's awesome. I love it. I think, dude, it's just so cool.
Yep. I can't wait. Crypto.com is going to come out with one of these. Crypto.com undoubtedly spent more money on marketing, and it seems like Binance is spending more money on hiring right now. I think inevitably as Crypto.com gets bigger and the bull market comes, they'll be hiring more. They did it in the last bull market, and they're going to do it again in this next bull market. But it is good to see that Binance is leading the way and showing, hey, the bull market's coming up, and you guys better be ready because we're trying to get ready right now. Very, very bullish. And this is a great tweet by him as well. Results are greater than FUD, guys. And that is the fact. We got to look at the facts, guys. We got to look at these marketing partnerships. We got to look at the regulatory approval that Crypto.com and Binance have been getting in all these different countries. We got to look at the growth of their hiring more folks and they're bringing more products to the table. You see, you can now buy on Binance, you can buy with Apple Pay, and Crypto.com's bringing their NFT platform. And yes, it's a little clunky, but it's going to get better over time. And there's so many things coming into this space. You see the partnerships that were with Gala Games, which were a little bit retracted, but there is some partnership there. It was a little bit misspoken, but there's so much growth coming to this ecosystem, guys. And you see it. You see it in these charts. We are looking at a $19,000 Bitcoin today. Blacksea, $20,000 Bitcoin. Can that happen in January?
I think without a doubt it could happen in January. Like I said, if we get a weekly close above $19,000 or even like $18,500, I think we're going to probably see a continuation into the $19,000. I would like to see a little bit of some sideways action going on for a week or so around the $19,000 mark. But I think that $20,000 is extremely possible. I mean, look at today. We had or the past 2 days we've had like a $2,000 pump. It's very, very possible.
It's beautiful, and I really do think we could get up here in a hurry. So we'll have to see. Sideways or up is good with me. Let's just keep going up. But hey, if we do go down, we're on the same page. We're buying some more. Let me know if you guys are buying more in the comments down below. And I do want to shout out. I do see this troll coin community is very strong in the chat. We still didn't look into the project, guys, but I promise you we will look into it. I see you guys are very active and appreciate you jumping into the chat with us today. But I'm looking for some questions here from the community. By the way, and while we're looking for some questions, I want to remind you guys to check out the giveaway. We are giving away a loaded lion when we hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel. All you got to do is find this information on Twitter. And the YouTube members do get additional entries, and there will be more benefits for the members as time goes on. And you will get access to our private Discord. That's how you get access to the Discord, guys. So check that out. And we're currently at almost 7,000 subscribers and growing. So make sure you don't miss out on that, guys. We do want to keep giving back to the community, and we do want to keep you guys informed as much as possible. We just really feel that's our duty. There's not enough people talking about crypto.com, and very serious, by the way, and spread the word to other YouTubers, other influencers out there. We're happy to collab with them on their channel, on our channel. It's what we want to do. We want to bring everybody together. I really think that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And I'm talking about not only crypto.com, but Binance. You know, I support Binance. I support crypto.com. I support Solana. I support Bitcoin. I support crypto. I support any good projects that aren't trying to actually harm their users on the platform, in the project. I just think that it's all good at the end of the day. I really do.
I'm on the same page too. I think that honestly, I support every single project as long as they're trying to build something that benefits the community. You know, it's okay if they make some money, but you know, if the main goal is to come out with something that to serve a need that is empty for the user, I think that I'm all for it. I want the community to come together. I love building the community with you, Crypto Kip, and I'm pretty excited to see what the Crow fam comes out with and kind of what we just create together.
Yep. I guess I'll leave it at this too. Benny Blue Eyes, this one's for you. We'll leave on a Benny Blue Eyes comment here. Rule number 1, bash the asset and accumulate. When the asset is almost gone, make it standard across the board. All right, guys, I'm buying the dip. I want to see everybody making some money here. Super good. I cannot wait to see the day where we're getting a 20% pump on Crow in a day, a Bitcoin $10,000 candle. Blacksea, what do you think? Let's get some parting words from you. Words of wisdom for the Crow fam, for the community.
Yeah, guys, I think there's a very, very high chance that we're kind of off to the races. Kind of, I'm not talking like new all-time highs or anything like that in the near future, but I'm talking about I think that we're off to the races. I think that 2023 will be a lot better and a lot more manageable of a year when it comes to crypto, to Crow coin, to Bitcoin, and than it was the past few years. So, you know, stay optimistic. I think that we could come down a little bit, but I think overall 2023 will be relatively bullish.
Absolutely. Keep an eye on Cronos. Keep an eye on Tonic. Keep an eye on VVS Finance, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Keep an eye on the crypto markets, guys. We had $3 trillion crypto market in the last bull run. I want to see $10 trillion plus crypto market cap overall in the next bull run. That's all we got today. I'm Crypto Kip. Awesome to have you again with me here today, Blacksea. We're going to keep this content coming to you guys. 4 videos every single day, every Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. We're doing these live streams, so make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter for updates when we're going live. That's all I got. Smash up a like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, fam, you got to remember to DCA, HODL, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace.